All right, folks, I'm going to experiment with something different today that I've been wanting to do for a while, and that's actually doing a more in-depth look and review at some of the stuff that's available on the eBay page and explain why it was in my, or is in my personal collection and why I enjoy it. So in this case, we've got the massive book, the nearly complete essential Hembeck Archives Omnibus. So this is a collection of work by Fred Hembeck, published by Image. And this book is still in great condition. And just to give you an idea, that's a tribute to Kurt Swan. That's not representative of most of Fred's work. He draws in a very cartoony style. If you're not familiar with his work, I've loved his work for decades. Read his work in the 80s as a kid. Read it all the way up growing up. He does a lot of superhero spoof stuff. There's a lot of Marvel and DC spoofs in here, a lot of personal stories, a lot of slice of life and autobio stories as well. Just a whole plethora of different genres and subject matter, all kind of in that cartoony style, all with satire and humor. Very, very basic kind of cartoony line work. That's his signature style. We get into, let's say this page has a little bit more of, zip tone or pattern. It's black and white, and you can see there's a cover he did for the Buyer's Guide for Comic Fandom, and another one. That one's got a cartoony Namor. That would be from 1979. So this goes way back, all through the 70s, 80s, 90s, when Hembeck was at his most prolific. There's an Archie version of an American flag cover, the Archie flag. I think that's cool and kind of funny, especially if you know American flag. They're very different from Archie. We've got the Watcher manipulating Thor, Thing, and the Huntress. So he squeezed some DC content in there. And very, very, I wouldn't say irreverent. I would say almost the opposite of irreverent. It's all tribute to his love of comics and superheroes and sci-fi and Spider-Man and all kinds of really cool stuff he did for Marvel in the 80s. I really appreciate and like his clean line. It's a simplistic style, and I feel there's always a place for a simplistic style. I definitely prefer a more simplistic style. Not necessarily always cartoony, but Fred Hembeck's work is really great. And on top of that, I've had the privilege of working with him on a couple of comic strips in my own professional career. I was able to get him to illustrate a couple of my comic strips that are available as prints on the eBay page as well. But really, really great guy, really great to work with. No complaints at all. I wish I could afford to work with him more, but he doesn't work for free, and most of my stuff is self-published. That means that I'm footing the bill, and I am not wealthy. But this is a wonderful collection, really enjoyable, really fun to read. He's got a great sense of humor and a sense of design. He really makes the character designs his own in his style, but they're definitely iconic and evoke the characters they're meant to be. You're not wondering who it is. Like, that's Edward Scissorhands without it being labeled Edward Scissorhands. And if you're aware of Bouncing Boy, you know that that's Bouncing Boy, as well as the Archie gang, Spider-Ham, Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, the Flashes. I mean, just the plethora of work he's done in humor comics through the decades is amazing, and fantastic stuff. In fact, I really held on to this for a long time before putting it up on the eBay store, just because I didn't want to part with it. And it's one of those things where now, the more I look at it, the next time I go through and review pricing, I might have to increase the price on this, because it's just so extensive. It's got so much good content. If you like humor comics and it's so massive, and it's just, it's a great essential edition to have. And if you're interested in it, you can find it on my eBay page. And where's my eBay page? It's connected to my creative page, which is at mikegagno.ca, where you can find out about my recent creative work and find links to the stuff that's for sale on eBay, like this. So if you're interested in that, check it out. It might still be there when you get there. It might not. It could be gone already, but great book. And as always, these videos are sponsored by me because I love this stuff. Thank you for watching. Let me know if you like the reviews. Let me know if you'd like to see more in-depth stuff in the future. If I should go slower or faster. I feel like maybe I went too fast with this and didn't really pour over the stuff and analyze it enough. That's because when I'm doing videos, I really get anxious, and I catch myself trying to rush through them. You know, insecurity and anxiety, I guess. Oh, there's some really nice stuff, and like he can do more detailed things like this Beast and Daredevil page as well. Very fun. He did a great comic in the 80s called Fred Hembeck Kills the Marvel Universe, where he's just basically wandering around as a character, finding different elaborate ways to kill the Marvel Universe characters. It's definitely a satire. It's real good stuff. But yeah, you know, it's hard not to compare myself to, you know, like comic book kayfabe and those guys, where they really go in depth and they analyze, and they've got the above head shot with the stable cam, and they really analyze it. And I mean, I can do that. I just don't know if that's what you guys want. So what I want is just to share the awesomeness of this, and I feel like I've done that. So there's some humor with Wolverine, and I won't spoil it for you. There's some Batman stuff. Again, there's a lot of kind of superhero spoof satire stuff. So if you dig that, check it out. You might be able to grab it still on my eBay page. And if not, well, you'll have to see if someone else on eBay is selling it, because I'm pretty sure you're not going to find this in most stores or have it orderable through back issues. Massive book. So obviously it does cost a bit to ship. It is heavy. Close to 2 kilograms, I would guess. Anyway, the nearly complete Essential Hembeck Archives Omnibus with a foreword by Stan Lee. So again, very, very cool collection. Available now. By the time you see this video, it might be gone, but I'm sure you can find it somewhere if you really want to get it, if you dig it. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.